and it's not recording.
Okay. Now it's recording?
Okay, now it's recording. So hi everybody again. Really sorry about our internet. It's Northern Ontario. There's a few flurries outside. It's really bad internet service. We were hoping it was going to be fiber. Didn't happen. So we're just going to try to do this the best that we can. We will be uploading. We're recording and we will be uploading it later today, so you can see it if you're not live, or even if you are live, if it starts kicking in and out, hopefully when we upload it, it'll be better. So, but I would love for you to comment about where you're from, and if you could see us, give us a few little tips. So, and on that note, welcome to the introduction to Cindy B's Sew Along 2024. If you've never joined a Sew Along before, this is our third, and I thought I'd just give you a little bit of history along the back. So back in 2022, when people were still uncomfortable taking classes, February comes along, you know, the long winters, February blues. We really wanted to do something to connect with everybody, and that's where we did the Sew Along. Again, flying by the seat of our pants. We are absolutely live, unscripted. So back then, this is the quilt over here that we did. This was our sampler, Sew Along Sampler 2022. It's still up on YouTube if you want to take part. If you never did before, it's going to be there. We're going to keep it there. We thought we'd only keep it there for a year, but you know, there's a lot of comments. Had some wonderful people come in from Sault Ste. Marie that said, do you know you taught us to sew by following the sampler? So then that was such a success. We did 2023. So Tiffany designed an original pattern, and it's actually, can you zoom onto the other side? It is called Floating Stars. And again, these are not written patterns. These are things that Tiffany and I have come up with that we're sewing along with you. So then again, we decided, I think even before last year's was done, people were already going, are you going to do it next year? Are you going to do it next year? So here we are. She again has come through once more and has another original pattern, and we're calling it Bergeron Stars. I got a few cheat sheets here that we're going to do. So few different things. Again, it's going to be a little bit of a sampler. The blocks will be 12.5 inches, but we have only 5 blocks. So the stars we're going to be using multiple times in the quilt. That being said, if you wanted to be fully scrappy, you could incorporate any 12-inch finished block that you want, including these blocks, because they're all 12-inch blocks. So if you want each block different, feel free to make it your own. That's the one best thing about quilting that I absolutely love, is you can take a pattern and you can make it your own by changing things or tweaking things. So it is, you know, just really wonderful. So how do we run these? So Monday mornings at 10 o'clock, we will be placing on Facebook, and not right away, but hopefully by next week onto our website, the cutting instructions. So at 10 o'clock on Monday morning, we'll have all the cutting that we can do for that week's block. At 1 o'clock, live on YouTube, we will then be sewing together. So remember, this is live. This is unscripted. If I make an error, you're going to see how I fix it. If something doesn't work right, then we might have to tweak things along the way. But we are going to be sewing totally together, giving you tips and hints and tricks on all the stuff that we're going to be doing.
And we should mention that we will be doing that at a place with better internet.
Yeah, we're probably going to steal my daughter's bedroom again, and we're going to set it up there. Her internet is a little bit better than what we can get here in this building.
We just didn't want to haul a ton of bolts of fabric over there today.
Exactly. Let's see. So I'm just going over my notes because I wanted to talk to you about a few things. So again,
on the project now.
we can. So over here will be what we are calling our Bargello sampler. I don't know how much you can zoom in, but there's this little block here that's kind of like a Bargello.
Take it off of there if you want me to see that.
Okay, let's do that. How's that?
Much better. I'm on the top 2 pages.
Okay, so along with the star, there is that one block that's kind of a Bargello. It's not made with the tubes and stuff because it's only like a 16 patch. So we're going to be making it that way, but we thought we liked the name. So you can see that there's a few different blocks that are in the quilt, repeated, or like I said, that you don't have to repeat them if you don't like, and you can pick something else. Now I know a lot of the blocks, some of these rulers are getting a little pricey, and if you don't have them, again, feel free to substitute another block for something that you can make. That being said, so many of us, let me just stick this back on the wall. So many of us have these rulers that we haven't used in a long, long time. We, for instance, the Lemoyne Star ruler. It's in a drawer somewhere. So we thought we'd like to pull these out and get to do them once again. So I'm going to go over first the rulers that we will need. And this will be the sampler that you will, the fabric requirements that will be uploaded onto the Facebook page very shortly, I think.
And then we'll make a web page within the week.
Absolutely. And is that there as well too, Tiffany?
Yeah.
So we do have the color placement sheet that you'll be able to put.
Just print double-sided.
Same
document.
You'll be able to put your fabric choices. We're going to go over fabric a little bit later.
I don't know if they can hear me. You should repeat what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So there is the fabric choice paper that you can just print. You can print it double-sided or print it on a single paper, but it will be up there on Facebook. So I'm going to go over the rulers week by week, what we're going to need, so you can see in your stash whether you have them or not.
On the Facebook group that we just made yesterday.
On the Facebook group that we just made yesterday. Called Cindy B's Sew Along 2024. So if you haven't joined, go to that group and please join. I think this morning I seen there was like 40 people joined already, so I'm so totally excited about that. And if you're joining, put a little comment to say hi from wherever you are. It's still a little mind-boggling that we can get people from all over joining us in this little Northern Ontario snowy town to join our sew along. Again, remember that this will be step by step by step by step. So the videos, they're not quick and fast and doing what you want, but it'll help everybody. There's both people out there. So, okay, what are we going to do now? So we're going to go, it will be 6 weeks. There's 5 different blocks. And I'm just going to go over the rulers that you're needing for them as weeks go on. So week 1, we are going to need a tucker trimmer or just a regular square up ruler, at least a 4.5. I love the tucker trimmer. I also love the Creative Grids rulers. And at the 6.5 is usually the standard one that we have in our toolbox, so that would be great for this project. Week 2, we're not going to need anything special. We're just going to need our regular 6.5 by 24. If you have a 6.5 by 12.5, that will come in a little bit handy, but not anything that we have to buy a ruler for. We can do that with our 6.5 by 24. Has anybody commented at all?
Oh, the stream is very glitchy.
Very glitchy. That's what we kind of figured, eh?
But we will post the full video that should not include any glitches.
Hopefully, our when we upload it, posted the recording that we have, won't be any glitches at all. Hopefully. So let's see. Week 3. That's where we're going to go on to our Lemoyne Star ruler. This is I can tell you a story about this later on when we're doing the block, but this is the ruler that started the whole Studio 180 in the north, in this store. Gotta have this ruler. So, along with this ruler, to be able to square them up, we need a Tucker Trimmer 3. The little one just won't work, and it has to be the 3. So the size is the same as the Tucker Trimmer 1, but it goes up to the 12.5 inch.
So if you have the big one, the Tucker Trimmer 3, you can use that for month 1, right?
Yes, exactly. If you already have this ruler, don't buy a Tucker Trimmer 1 if this is the only one that you have, because it will work as the small ruler. Okay, week 4, we will need, I don't have my block lock. So we will either need a block lock, which is the one that I love the most, the block lock with the little flange, or
it's a groove, not a flange. We
can use a Tucker Trimmer 1 or 3, or a regular square up ruler. At least, I think it has to be, again, at least the 4.5. And I will show you, as we go on to those blocks, how to use the different rulers. Week 5, it's going to come down to week 4. Oh, no, week 4, sorry. Also, we're going to need a Tucker Trimmer.
No, wing clipper.
We're going to need the wing clipper ruler. Wing clipper 1. I do love the wing clipper ruler for doing all of our flying geese. I'll see if I can show you how to use it with a regular square up ruler if you don't have that one. And then week 5, we're going to be looking at one of her newer rulers, and it is the split rec. So it kind of makes a half square triangle with a rectangle. And the rectangle is half as wide as it is long. This one ruler is the one ruler that I don't know how you're going to fudge how to do it in another way, because you're using rectangles and angles and things go really quite wonky, quite easy. So this is one of the rulers that I am going to request.
The only other way would be either paper pieced or templated.
Yeah, maybe we could put a paper pieced one out there maybe. We'll check on that. Again, that's week 5, so we haven't worked out all the bugs for that. And we will also need, if you have it, you don't need it. We'll show you the different ways, but we will be doing a folded corner on the block. I love to use the Doug Lecco Simple Folded Corner. Deb Tucker also has one that's called Corner Pop, or we can just use a full square, draw our lines. We'll go along that again as we hit that block. Is there any comments or questions that anybody has?
Will the cats be around? Yes, the orange one will definitely be around.
Yeah. Oh,
We don't know if we'll bring the gray one over.
Yeah.
She'll be right in there, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay, so after our stream as well, we will be posting the fabric requirements, and we're going to be posting a couple color pictures of the quilts just so you can give your a suggestion on the fabrics. Now, I think that's it for things that we need to know that's coming up.
Can we talk about the fabric requirements now?
Okay. Except for the fabric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we were going. Sorry. Okay. If I point this to you, I can't read it.
Oh.
So, so there is our fabric requirements, and that's what's going to be going up on our line. So the one thing about this quilt that might be one of the most difficult things is choosing the fabric. Tiff and I have been here Friday and then today, this morning, and we've chosen a couple different variations of it, pulling fabrics off our shelves. So you can get a little bit of an idea of the way the colors have to go. So there's going to be, sorry, we got the cord in there? Okay, we just don't want to knock our mic over. So we have 8 fabrics in the quilt. So what we have is 7 fabrics that go from light to dark. Are you seeing down here? So there's 1 being the lightest and 7 being the darkest. So we have them listed in the paper as lightest, light, medium, light, light, medium, 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 dark, dark, medium, dark, and a dark. Just because we didn't know how to put them, other than we will be listing them as, when we're doing the patterns, as fabric 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the 8th fabric we want to call our accent fabric. So it's going to be around the 3, 4 value. Oh, let's talk about some value before we go on. Here is one of the things that people talk about. How do you choose the value? So we can get these, they're called ruby beholders. This one from our color tool has a green one and a red one, and it takes out the green light or the red light within the fabric. So we can look through this and we can see whether or not our fabrics are in the proper order. I'm just going to do this for once because I think the video or the camera will show it. So when we have them lined up in the way we think that they're going to be,
what it's going to do is take the color out.
It actually does, yes, takes the color out. So which one have you decided to use? Tiff's trying to use the red one. Some of them work better one way or the other. Now you can see that this one is way out of place. So we can put that back into place. Another thing that you can do if you don't have a ruby beholder or something to look through like that is grab your cell phone or your iPad or your tablet, take a picture in monochrome. And that will be just in the gray scales, and that really helps wonderfully. All our pictures also will be done in a gray scale, so we won't confuse people. So again, that's the most important, 1 to 7, light to dark. And then we needed accent. So accent would be about this value here. We could pull out some of the teal.
I'm going to zoom in a little more.
Okay. Yeah. Or maybe we would like to use that one of the darker ones. Again, pulling some of the green, teal. Or maybe we want that really huge pop and pick something that has a little bit of color. Again, the choices are all yours. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different colors that we're going to go through. I'd like to, before I forget, mention to anybody, if you think that you would love a kit of these colors, let us know in the comments or private messages on Messenger, or give us a phone call at the store tomorrow when we're open, and we will definitely cut a kit with the group that you want. So this one we're going to call group 1. And I'm just going to pack these up so I can have a little bit more space. Okay. So group number 2. So that one was pretty similar to this teal one that we have.
Can't see.
That you probably not even, I think. So that one was pretty similar to the teal one that we have. We also have one here that isn't necessarily the light to dark teal. This one has some golds, some beiges, some greens up into the browns. Turn that to me.
Oh, they probably just got my head.
That's okay, it's live. What can we say? Again, so fabric 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Going from a light to a dark. This time our dark does have a little bit of a pattern to it. And then we thought we'd love to throw in a little bit more gold, pulling out some of the gold in this medium color as our accent. So Tiff's putting a yellow, the red plastic in front of the lens, hopefully.
And you can see how even though that yellow is a different color, it is about the same tone as number 4.
Value same value as number 4. So this is colorway number 2. Then I thought, if people didn't want too much color, could we do it with whites and blacks? Well, we have a little bit of yellow in here too. So again, we have color 1 being the lightest. And again, it doesn't have to necessarily be a small, a solid. These are all patterns. So color fabric 1, 2, 3. Are we getting this in there?
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, and 7. And I love this one, how the lightest is a white with a black dot and the darkest is a black with a white dot. So of course with this one we had to pull out yellow, and just being who I am, we did have yellow with a little black bee, which I think would be absolutely perfect with this quilt. Now remember that the accent doesn't have to be such a huge different color, and we're going to show that again in the next couple colors that we have. So this one is colorway number 3. Bang in the color. You can tell we had a lot of fun. It's just so much fun pulling fabrics. Again, we love the Stonehenge, so we have some Stonehenge. We mixed up some of their gradations with some of the surfaces. So we've got color 1, fabric 2, fabric 3, fabric 4, 5, 6, 7, and because it does have some of those beautiful golds in there, we decided again for the accent with the gold color. So this is grouping number 4. And now we have a couple of batik ones, because I love how batiks go together. But we did wanted you to know that they do not necessarily have to be batik. It absolutely works with regular fabrics as well. We've been playing with this line for a bit. It's come in. I love the different color. It's coral as opposed to a pink or a red. So fabric 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, from the almost white to the almost dark.
I want to show you what happens with the red card on this one. Because it's all pink, it all just looks white. And that's where the green card is going to come in a little more handy.
And I'm sure that the monochrome setting on the camera too would also cover that. So now this one, we had 2 different accents. We could decide which one we like better. So if this is the choice that you would like, if you wanted one of these for your quilt, you get to choose an accent. Or that being said, we could go pick something else, totally else in the store. So we have this first fabric, sort of picks up some of the colors from in here. And it's very, again, the same color, so it's not going to stand out a lot, but it is going to be a little bit of an accent in there. But if we wanted a little bit higher contrast, we could use something like this. It has the pinks, but it's bringing in a little bit of that green color. 2, 3, 4. So this is 5, set 5. All right. Push that to the side. Thank you, Tiffany. We have another one here that is regular fabrics. This one would be so old-fashioned looking, kind of a classic. I do like the old-fashioned way some was wild. So we got fabric 1 being the lightest, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Can you push those this way too?
This way a little bit? There you go. Again, we couldn't decide what we wanted to do for the accent fabric. We could either pull out the green, and then we saw this beautiful soft little blue in here, and we thought maybe it'd be really cool to pull that color out instead. and highlighting that blue that's in those couple fabrics. So that one would be pretty cool as well. If you have a couple fabrics in your stash and you think that you would like to use them, please don't hesitate to bring them into the store with you, and to choose other fabrics if you need the rest of the fabrics to go along with them, because I'm quite okay with that. And I have the last but not least, this is the quilt that I'm going to be using for our sample. That being said, there's still lots of fabric if somebody else wants to do the very same quilt. I have been wanting to use this Sticks and Stones line from Island Boutique for quite a while. Haven't had the quilt that would work for it, but I think this one's going to be really cool. So we have fabrics 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And for a little bit of wildness, we're going to pick that middle blue color. Again, remember about color number 4, fabric number 4. We're going to take this. Yes, the print is really wild, but remember, we're going to be cutting it up a little bit smaller. Haven't decided yet if I like this one 100%, but I think we're going to go with it just to see what happens. Greatest thing about fabric is if it doesn't work, we can always pick it out and put something else in. So
not everyone likes to unpick as much as you do.
Yeah, I know, but not everybody has a daughter of like mine that says, yeah, Mom, you got to unpick that one. Sometimes it just doesn't work. And again, because we haven't made this quilt, there is no written pattern. We're going to be going step by step. Hopefully we will have some written instructions available eventually.
And that's fabric grouping 7?
This is fabric grouping number 7. Perfect. Is there anything else that we have to do or that I have forgotten to say? Is there any questions at all? Has anybody been able to comment?
People have commented the video is extremely glitchy. The sound is okay. The only question I got was whether the cats will be there.
Oh, I'm sure that Nugget will definitely be there with bells on, or we'll take the bells off maybe. But yeah. So that's it, I think, for today. So I'm excited to get going this for next week. So what I am going to do is I'm going to cut my fabric requirements. I'm going to take them all. I am going to prepare my fabric, whether you wash it or whether you don't, depending on what you decide. I do love to starch. On YouTube, I do have a video up there already about preparing your fabric.
It's in our Quilting 101 playlist.
We have a playlist up there called Quilting 101. It will be in that. And it's my method of how I like to prepare the fabric. Again, because this quilt has lots of points, I like using starch, especially if I'm going to wash it. I'm going to color test a couple of these blacks, see if it runs. If it does, then I'm definitely going to wash it, and then I'm going to give it lots of starch, lots of steam, get it ready, folded properly, ready to start for next week. Gotta love new fabric. Alrighty, so we're going to let yous go now. Yous can
make sure to join the Facebook group.
We're going to let you go now, so you can go and play in your stash and see if there's something that you would like for your quilt. Comment if not, if you will like one of these groups, that we can put some away for you. So don't forget though to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also like the videos when you see them. YouTube likes that when you do that. So subscribe, like, join our Facebook group, choose your fabric, prepare it for ready to go, and then we'll see you next Monday at 1 o'clock. Happy quilting, everybody. Bye now.